I like Ken Lover because of the ground.
Okay, Ken Lover, and I think, Jason, your Bionic Woman. Bionic Woman, they're all set. Here's Ian Bartlett.
100 metres for 2-year-old fillies, and Marieta and Tony Piccioni is sent straight to the front with the blue jacket of Bionic Woman following second position. Over on the far side is Plegastel, and Marieta is going to make this a true test of stamina. She's opened up by a length and a half now. Bionic Woman and Plegastel back in fourth position, the purple and blue of Flighty Lady. Following Flighty Lady, Savarin towards the inside with Albigna on the outer. Then the red jacket of Fée Historique, followed by Nunzia, and finally at the back of the field is Ken Lover. Nunzia is asked to move up on the outside by Christophe Soumillon to get much closer. So entering the false straight, and Nunzia comes storming round the outer into second position. But it's Marieta who still has the lead. Nunzia second, the blue jacket Bionic Woman follows third. Plegastel travels strongly on the inside. Savarin behind that one, who might just be in a bit of a pocket there, followed by Flighty Lady, and then Albigna, and then Fée Historique, as Marieta stretches on again, goes a couple of lengths clear. Bionic Woman eases into second position just in front of Plegastel as they enter the home straight and come down to the 500. It's Marieta being chased by Bionic Woman, Plegastel, then behind those Savarin's under pressure, and Marieta has gone on by a couple of lengths. Albigna now makes ground on the outside as they go past the 300, and Marieta still with a comfortable advantage. Albigna is the one in pursuit. It's Marieta possibly just running out of steam as Albigna gets closer. Marieta and Albigna. Albigna comes past Marieta, and Albigna goes on to victory for Shane Foley, beating Marieta into second with Flighty Lady back in third. So Albigna and Shane Foley has bounced back to form, Group 2.
Well, what a start for Jessica Harrington. We mentioned that she'd won a Group 1 in Newmarket last weekend, and she's gone and done it again with Albigna at 4-1 in the hands of Shane Foley. She said that it was an unknown quantity. All the fillies were in the same boat. Well, she certainly handled conditions, Jamie.
Albigna following on from Mill Isle in the Cheveley Park. What an autumn for Jessie Harrington, and those familiar colours, the Niarchos family. When you think of Jessie Harrington and the Niarchos family, you think of Alpha Centauri. Brilliant miler, and this is the 5th time now that the Niarchos family has won the Prix Marcel Boussac. How good is she, Jason? Are we talking about the classic prospect for next year?
100%, and it'll be fascinating to see how she does from a physical perspective from 2 to 3, because this takes an awful lot of getting, and undoubtedly it definitely would have blunted her speed. We had the likes of Marieta, who set sail for home and looked as if she was in a bit of an unassailable lead. She holds on for second, but she's readily put in her place by Albigna, who's put up a Herculean performance. Look at that, how much it means to the team. There they are on track, celebrating. Whenever we come to France, of course, we know it's not an English winner, it's an Irish winner, but we say it's one of ours anyway. We get underway as far as the Arc weekend is concerned, and we have a winner on Sunday.
Yep, there you go. Albigna 4-1 winning our opening race here and doing it really comfortably for Great Britain and Ireland. I think we'll put us all in one little group over the next few hours when we're in. Jessica Harrington here, she will be absolutely thrilled. And yep, this horse has progressed up the ranks. She was taken off her feet over shorter trips earlier on in the season, and you can see why, Jamie.
Yeah, so by a very fast horse in Zoffany, but the Dame Fredonia, she was a middle distance horse, stayed 12 furlongs and probably a bit further, and that stamina has really manifested here. Can't overstate how taxing it is. A mile on that ground is a big ask for a 2-year-old filly, but bar one bump in the road, Albigna has been sensational in 2019.
Yep, she holds an entry in next season's Irish 1,000 guineas, but Jason, on that performance, you think she's going to stay further than a mile?
Well, you would say that. You know, it was interesting. We were having a discussion about pedigrees beforehand, and myself and Jamie both were thinking, oh, it's a bit of a worry, if you like, Zoffany under these conditions over that sort of distance. But you mentioned that form, of course, where she had the bump in the road. She wasn't beaten far over in Ireland behind Love. The second, De Gea, came out, rubber-stamped the form at Newmarket, if you like, and Jessie Harrington just having a remarkable run at the moment.
Yeah, you can see a thumbs up from Shane Foley to the crowd, and well deserved as well, be lapping up this magnificent atmosphere at ParisLongchamp, and the filly gets a pat as well for her troubles. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what route they take with her next year. Jamie, you can see getting one of those coveted winners winner's rugs as she comes back in, and this will be an experience like nothing else for these fillies. They're young horses, they haven't raced that many times, and you can see that they're having to contend with a buzzing race day atmosphere as well. But she looks as honest as the day is long, Jamie.
Yeah, great point to make as well is that all three of her runs have been to the Curragh, so not only was this different ground for her, but a very different environment, and to come through that test with flying colours, I think that this might just smell like another Alpha Centauri, sensational miler for owner and trainer. Could she be the next big filly for Jessica Harrington?
Yep, they will hope so. She's shown a decent turn of foot there as well up the outside, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, for all money, if you like, Marieta was home and hose. I didn't think she was going to get caught, but that is one lung-busting drive down the outside. Every sinew strained up to the line. Of course, remember, you look at the good horses, Dusty, as he's affectionately known, as ridden along the years, romanized one of those. A big winner, of course, the horse who was demoted or didn't get the race behind Circus Maximus here, but obviously he didn't ride him on that occasion, but he's been a partner of some top-class horses in the past.
Yep, she comes back into the winner's enclosure, and there's a huge British and Irish contingent here at ParisLongchamp, and she gets a good cheer as she comes back in as well. So this will all be experience for her. She's witnessing this type of atmosphere, most likely for the first time. Let's have a look at the replay again. A different angle here, Jamie.
Different angle, same result, and the more you see it, the more startling this jizz. Look, nothing else is getting near Marieta, but she is running away from her and the field in the finish, and for every winner there's a loser. And we're back to Monsieur Fabre again. Brilliant trainer, but now 25 years since the one and only time he won the Marcel Boussac. 2 failures in this race. Bionic Woman, enough from her to think that she's got a future still?
Yeah, she's still, look, you know, when they've only had less than a handful of races, there's no way that you can put them in the too difficult tray or anything. Well. The ground, they've come into the straight. Did you see nobody made a beeline to go wider at all? Everybody from that little cut-off rail, they all stayed right-handed and ended up shifting down towards the inside. Just means that there could be a fresher strip there, but a concertina of the runners as we work throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, and those horses that are beaten, well, they're not going to be given too hard a time in these conditions as the jockeys coming way back in. It's a great amphitheatre here at Longchamp. The weighing room really close to the paddock, and the jockeys have a very short walk from the weighing room into the paddock, and a walk back from the winner's enclosure into the weighing room. And it's a very French feel about it, which is a silly thing to say actually, but it's an atmosphere a little different from your normal race day atmosphere, Jamie.
Yeah, it completely is. Same big festival, but a different quality to it, and one that I am really relishing here this afternoon. And the good news is we've got plenty more still in the pipeline.
Yep, it is a top quality day. Group 1s all the way. Here is the winning jockey, and Shane Foley will be thrilled to be associated with this
I'd like to sign the camera on there.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a French tradition as well. Did you do that after the Abbey, or was...
No.
No.
hadn't been brought in then. I think Dittori started it, didn't he?
Yeah, he starts most things.
Yep, so long as it's a non-permanent pen, that's the main thing. Those cameras are expensive. Anyway, there is our first winner of the afternoon. Got the ball rolling here on Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe Day. As we see one more angle of this opening winner, we'll get some reaction for you very shortly. And